Joining us now is the director of the Michigan Alliance for Families, a shared Detroit-supported charity and nonprofit. Kanika Littleton joins us now on the MegaCast. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate having you on. So first off, tell us about the Michigan Alliance for Families and give us a summary of what your organization does, how it came to be, and who it serves here in Michigan.
All right, so the Michigan Alliance for Families is a free statewide resource assisting families of children and young adults aged birth to 26 who have students either receiving special education services or who are eligible to receive those services. Long story short, the organization started with a couple of very determined parents who were looking to increase positive educational outcomes for students with disabilities in Michigan. And so we received a grant from the Michigan Department of Education Office of Special Education in 2006 to become one of their IDEA, or Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, grant-funded initiatives to serve families across Michigan. And we received the federal funding from the Federal Office of Special Education Programs in 2009 to become Michigan's Parent Training and Information Center. And so we do assist families all across the state with anything special education related.
You can find more information on their website, MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. That is MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. And so, Kanika, just navigating the special education system in your local school district for many parents, for many families, can be a hassle in and of itself, can be a very difficult process, even if it's been clearly diagnosed that a child may have a disability of some sort, may have a special need and be in need of those additional educational initiatives through their school district. How does your organization help parents, especially as their kids are entering school age, or as their kids are then at some point needing to enter a special education program within their school district? How does your organization provide resources and help these parents, help these families navigate their local special ed system?
So we, I have to say first that all of our staff are parents or close family members of an individual with a disability who has been through special education or early intervention services in the state of Michigan. And so we are all very familiar with the process. We're all trained in listening, communicating, and problem solving. And so our regional parent mentors, we've broken the state up into 19 different regions, and each of those regions has a regional parent mentor assigned to that area. They're familiar with the local and state resources in their community, and they have been very familiar with the special education assistance in those communities as well. So our core services are to offer information and resources to families, also referrals to community resources. We have a very comprehensive website with a lot of different disability-related information, videos, anything that a parent would need to, especially when they're first getting started in this process and their child has been newly diagnosed with a disability, and they're looking to find out how that disability is going to affect their child in school. They can contact our regional parent mentors to walk them through the process. Our regional parent mentors mentor families one-on-one to help navigate the process, to understand their rights and protections under the state and federal special education laws and rules and regulations, to get connected and be able to communicate with their child's educational team in school, problem solve anything that may go wrong, and to help them prepare for school meetings and things like that. The next thing that we do is our statewide learning opportunities, which we're doing all virtually right now due to the pandemic. We offer learning opportunities on a number of different disability and special education related topics, as well as early intervention for our younger kiddos who are just getting into receiving services, and transitioning to adulthood for our students who are at that transition age where they're getting ready to maybe graduate from school or continue on to a transition program for youth with disabilities. We help to navigate that as well. And so we do offer learning opportunities or workshops on those areas as well. And then the other thing that we do is to mentor and educate emerging parent leaders. So I'm talking about those parents who are ready to move beyond just helping their own child, but want to assist other families in being able to help their children as well. So they might be starting a support group or getting on a local or state committee that looks at issues related to special education. So we do that as well. We also have professionals contacting us who attend our workshops or who talk to our parent mentors. So educators who work with children with disabilities, school social workers or psychologists, community mental health people will contact us about getting services for foster care students. So just a number of different people who contact us, and we're able to help them navigate that system. And if it becomes a situation where they need a referral for something else, we're able to assist with that as well.
We're joined by Kanika Littleton, the director of the Michigan Alliance for Families, joining us on the MegaCast. More information in a couple places on shareddetroit.org, where they're one of 280 charities and nonprofits supported by Shared Detroit, with information on their website, or by going directly to the organization's website at MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. That is MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org, where they have a list of different resources, upcoming events, and ways for you to get involved as well with the Michigan Alliance for Families. And Kanika, over the course of the pandemic, of course, education, parenting has been heavily impacted, especially parenting as it regards to a child's education for all parents. But it's especially, I would imagine, difficult for parents with children who have special needs, who have some sort of a disability, to navigate not only their child's life during the pandemic, but their child's education during the pandemic. So over the last 2 years almost that we've been dealing with COVID-19, how has the work of your alliance had to change or had to be varied in order to provide that additional support to these parents who have children that have special needs?
Well, over the course of the pandemic, one of the issues that has arose is the communication between parents and educators as far as how are their children going to continue to be educated and receive the proper services, especially when schools were just providing services remotely. That was very difficult for some of our students with disabilities to be able to navigate that, very well. So the Michigan Alliance for Families, we have a number of different partners that we work with. And one of those partners is the Special Education Mediation Services, which is another grant-funded initiative that receives support through the Michigan Department of Education. We came together and developed a number of different workshops and resources around communicating with educators during the pandemic, around remote learning, around being a partner with your educational team in remote learning. A lot of parents had to assist with different tasks, assist with school, and essentially become teachers and service providers themselves. So getting that information to them was really essential, especially during the early days of the pandemic. We do have a web page on our website that is specifically dedicated to COVID-19. So we do post information, updated information and guidance from the Michigan Department of Education, as well as the Federal Office of Special Education Programs. So anytime there is an update or new guidance on how to teach children during the pandemic, or children might have mental health issues that arise because of the trauma due to the pandemic. All of those things we house on our website, as well as different videos that we've developed to help parents navigate through this process, making sure that they're communicating in a positive, collaborative way with their educational teams, making sure that they're taking social emotional health into consideration, and making sure that they know that even though we're going through a pandemic, nothing as far as the federal or state special education law or rules and regulations have changed. It's just the way that schools are delivering those services may look different.
We're joined by Kanika Littleton, the director of the Michigan Alliance for Families, joining us on the MegaCast. Their COVID-19 specific help page on their website, MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org/COVID-19. More information, of course, on the website in general, MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. And so, Kanika, if there are parents out there who are interested in some of the resources and some of the services provided by your organization, how do they go about getting some of those services provided to them? What are the costs maybe associated with it in that whole process?
So first, there are no costs associated with any of our services, whether it's for families, professionals, or youth with disabilities themselves who sometimes contact us. The best way to get connected with us is probably to go to that website, MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org, or they can call our 1-800 number. It's 800-552-4821. or email us at info@michiganallianceforfamilies.org. We also are on social media. We have a Facebook page, a Twitter page, and Instagram. So we do have a number of people contacting us through that way as well. And, once they go through that process of contacting us, they can get in touch with, they'll be pointed to their local parent mentor who can assist them from there.
We're joined by Kanika Littleton, the director of the Michigan Alliance for Families, joining us on the MegaCast. More information, of course, on the website, MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. That is MichiganAllianceForFamilies.org. Or by visiting ShareDetroit.org, where they are one of 270 charities and nonprofits that are listed on that website, ShareDetroit.org. Kanika, just another couple of minutes with you before we'll need to say goodbye. At this time, anything else that would be important for our audience to know about the Michigan Alliance for Families, the services and the programs that are provided, or any upcoming events?
Yes, just that we are here to help. We have been through this process. We believe that increasing parental involvement in their child's education will certainly lead to better outcomes for students. And so we want to do all that we can to help make sure that parents are educated, knowledgeable about the process, and that they're an equal participant in this process. So a lot of our work in the way that people find out about us is through word of mouth. So the families who we've supported will spread the word. Different organizations that we're connected with will spread the word. So I really encourage people to go to our website, sign up for our e-newsletter. That way they're notified of special events that are coming up. We have a number of different workshops that are coming up right now around navigating the individualized education program, around supporting students' mental health needs, inclusive education through assistive technology. So we're always offering support to families and professionals and students. So just contact us and we're happy to help.
Kanika, we thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.